I would have added in the retro
reflective panels
to make him stealth mode.
You want a stealth mode?
Cool, right?
That's actually a good idea. Maybe I'll build one.
Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to John's Model Making. Today we've got issues 21 and 22 of Build the Iron Man from Fan Home. Now, this is the last two issues I have before I get my next delivery next month. Here are the parts. Yeah, that's all metal, that's all plastic, except for the frame. We've done these before for the right arm, but now we've got the left arm. So let's get on with the build. Right, first of all, need to have a look at the comics. Let's see. Heart of Darkness, the Mandarin. Well, this is where the Mandarin appears quite prominently. We've got Iron Man and the War Machine there, where they've fallen out. The Mandarin, he steps in and decides to take advantage of the situation between Iron Man and War Machine. Naughty villain. And then he goes on to tell you about the story of how the Mandarin becomes extremely strong, defeats Iron Man. Iron Man has to recreate another armour to defeat Mandarin, and then he can turn his relationship around with War Machine. Excellent stuff. Brilliant artwork as always. Then we have the instructions. Left shoulder joint part 2. And then we have Stark Industries, inventing the future. Stark Industries changed over the years, whereas he was initially supplying the military with weapons, and then Stark got another Stark's conscience got to the better of him, and he changed his life around. Seen that in the film, but it's a lot more in depth in the comics. And here we see the Stark Industries went from Stark International to Stark Fujikawa, and Stark Solutions to Stark Resilient. Who actually controlled Stark Industries when Tony Stark wasn't around? Obadiah Stane and others. And when actually Tony Stark became ill and had to take a year out, and he lost contact with War Machine, and he recuperated due to a heart condition. And here we have, on the last page, couple of pages, the Moon Armour, a prototype too far. This again was to fight the Mandarin. Tony Stark is having a hard time after being seriously injured in a long fight with the Mandarin. His health has suffered. Dr. Jane Foster warns Tony that his body is not healing, and her Avenger partner Hank Pym finds the key to the problem. The electric fields generated by the armour have diminished his regenerative capacity. It's heating your tissues, retarding their growth, their recuperation, breaking down even healthy cells, and it's been going on for years. So that's another interesting story. There we have, back page. Next issue, Build the Left Arm. There we go. The cover of this issue mirrors the one from War Machine Volume 1. After Tony Stark became James Rhodes' enemy, they had hardly spoken to each other except for quarrelling, but War Machine's armour needs repairs and Rhodes asks Stark to deliver the technical spec. The inventor refuses, asks for his armour back, and conflict ensues. Excellent stuff. Anyway, let's get on with the build. Right, for this we need the parts, the left shoulder joint. Now we have done this previously with the right arm, like I've already said. So, should be a nice quick issue. That did not open. There we go. Screws. There we go. That's metal. The covers are plastic. Oops, there's a bracket on the later. HP screws. So we've got 21 A2 frame springs. The frame shoulder cover L1 and L2, and 21E is a securing bracket, which is that. Right, first of all, what we need to do is take these springs and attach them to here. Right. As we've done this before, just point it out again. The spring has a closed loop and an open one. The closed loop goes across here, and we screw it in, and then we attach the open end onto the frame. So let's get that done. Do 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 do. You don't need to fully screw this down at the moment. I'll spring on the other side now. Now on the last shoulder joint, I actually put some silicone grease on the frame, because once connected up the covers, it didn't operate as well as I wanted it to. It should have done. Now there's a notch on this frame, and you have to point that, make sure that is in the correct way. Let's see, where is it? There it is. There we go. There we go. Right. So there's the notch. Okay, so let's try that again. There we can see the notch. That's the direction it should be facing. Now all we need to do is attach the springs. I did have one of these last time.
Let the record reflect that I observed Mr. Hammer entering the chamber, and I am wondering if and when any actual expert will also be in attendance.
Yeah, big man in a suit of armor. Take that off, what are you?
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
We need you.
Yeah, more than you know.
Not that much.
Place. Very fiddly them springs. Right, let's see. There we go. Now that one is springing back as it should, but whilst I'm here, I'm going to pop on a little bit of grease. Let's see. I should aid rather than hinder the operation of this frame. There we go. Now all we need to do now is put the covers on. Right. Have a look at this. We have it faced that away, so L2 is on this side. 2 holes, one there, one there. That one is larger than that one, so the cover will only go on one way, and that is the wrong one. That should be L1 there, because that does not line up. Dee dee dee. Oh, these things are sent to trials, aren't they? Got one hole lined up, but not the other one. There we go. Snapped in place. And then we have L2 on this side. There we go. Last time. There we go. It's working fine. That is the shoulder joint part 2 complete. The covers, the springs, the awkward springs. This bracket fits in issue 22. So let's have a look at issue 22. First of all, the comics. A new hero, War Machine flies solo. War Machine takes over the role of Iron Man because Iron Man is incapacitated due to health issues with his heart. But also there was a mini series of War Machine. The friendship between Tony Stark and James Rhodes, often just Jimmy and Rhodey, is legendary, so it may seem odd that it was precisely the pair were going through a time of bitter estrangement that Rhodes became the star of his own series with the release of the first issue of War Machine. Along with the rest of the world, Jim Rhodes believed that Tony Stark was dead. In fact, Stark had put himself in suspended animation while he waited for cure for his debilitating heart condition. And War Machine didn't like it when Tony Stark reappeared, thinking that he was assuming that he was dead and that there was no communication between them both. Here we have War Machine with Deathlock and Cable. Deathlock, War Machine and Cable in War Machine Volume 1 Number 2 by Scott Benson, Len Kaminski and Gabriel Gecko. And it further goes on about War Machine. Mark 3 armour, the left arm. So in this one we got the instructions for the left arm. It's not fully completed because we do need a cover, and then the shoulder plates. And then we have a story of Pepper Potts, how she married Happy Hogan and how they split up later on and then rekindled their relationship later on as well. She was also romantically involved with Tony Stark in later comics, and here we have her in a rescue super heroine iron armor that Tony invented for her. And then we have the outer atmospheric armor, a duel in space. This is the armor that Tony Stark invented so as he could find out more about Justin Hammer and what he was getting up to, and had a face off with him. That's an excellent read as well. There you have the next issue, Build the Left Armor to and Shoulder, Iron Man in the Age of Apocalypse. And in this one the epic issue is War Machine Volume 1. The Ashcan showed a part of Scott Benson and Len Kaminski's pitch for the series. James Rhodes is tired of working for other people. He's an ethical, intelligent, down-to-earth man with a strong conscience and a driving need to do good. And that's the tricky part, because it's good as he sees it. In Iron Man, Rhodes discovered he's a natural leader, good administrator, and he's tired of standing in Stark's shadow. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Right, let's get on with the build. Again, not a great lot to do in this one. We will need the arm for this. We have some black stickers to put on these two, all the pieces of metal. Let's just check out the paint work. That looks absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, lovely jubbly. And here we have the second one. L is printed on that one, and what is printed on this one? Absolutely nothing. Oh well, there we go. But it does look nice. Excellent stuff. Right, here we have. Now, what we do need to do, now we've got the arm down, is first of all, we do need, let's see, we got the outer arm cover with the gold part, the inner arm cover, and the protective adhesive stickers and EM screws. Let's put these stickers in place. There these go. Got a pair of tweezers. over here like that. That's that one in place. I've got some spare ones from the right arm doing this, and here we have, there we go, the second one in place. Lovely jubbly. Right, now we do need to position this here like so. There's a square connection and a round connection. The round connection is just the location point. Now we need to connect that together with an EM screw. Pop a bit of oil on that. And there we go. Lovely and tight. Excellent stuff. Now all we need to do is marry these two up. Okie dokie, right, try this again. These two pieces are an extremely tight fit, so I've had to do a test fit with it by taking it back off and putting them together. It may be a little bit difficult for me, but I'm sure you'll understand when I come to show you. Just hope it does go together. Now it's all going to be connected up. And then we need the left shoulder joints as well as the bracket. And basically we need to put this this bracket in there like so. It goes around there, that goes there, and we have two EM screws. It just drops off. Partly in place. I didn't think these two pieces were going to go together, the inner and outer arm covers. I managed it. Right, that's the shoulder joint in place with that bracket from the previous issue, so that works fine. That pulls up and down no problemo, and all we need to do now is put the two covers in place. Let's see if we can get that done with everything. Now, got to snap it a certain way because that goes there like so. There we go. That was a lot easier than I expected it to be. Probably because I've tried it a couple of times already off camera. Right, let's get this screwed up. Two EM screws to keep these two covers together. I thought to myself, well, issue 22, first problem I've come across since the first issue actually, when I had to reorder the helmet. That was only because of a paint problem. And you saw these two did not want to marry up initially. Right. And it did take a few attempts. There we go. It's all together. Excellent stuff. There we go. Just need the arm now, don't we? The arm, the hand, and the rest of the shoulder. There we go. That's there we go. Yep, that's great. Excellent stuff. Well, that's issue 21 and 22 complete. Well, there we go. Issues 21 and 22 complete. I did think we were going to get problems with these two covers. They just didn't want to squeeze together, and I think it's just basically a bit of excess paint in the join. The other parts snapped together alright, and the shoulder's fine. It's all in the right direction. There we go. Brilliant stuff. Looks great. Lovely jubbly. Anyway, if you did like that, please give us a big thumbs up, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified of all my future videos. Thanks for watching, take care and stay safe. Now, I won't be back with Iron Man for about another month. I'm up to issue 22 now, so I've just got to wait for the next batch, which will probably be around about the middle of July. And I know you can't wait. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.
Sir, the telephone. I'm afraid my protocols are being overridden.